Yo, for those of you who don't know me, I gained 17 kilograms of muscle in the past 3.5 years while honestly fucking half-assing the gym. And in this video, I basically just want to tell you how I've done it and why you probably should not do it the same way I did it, and what, in my opinion, would be the best way to do it. Because you can probably gain 17 kilograms in half the time that I did it if you do it properly. So, what did I do? When I started going to the gym 3 days a week. I did short workouts. I did very lazy workouts. I didn't really train hard. I thought I was training hard at the time, but honestly, I really wasn't. Um, yeah, I wasn't even going close to failure. And then I learned about reps in reserve and shit like that. I had like 5 reps in reserve. I thought I was close to failure, but I never actually went to failure. So I didn't know what failure felt like. So when I was aiming for like 2 reps in reserve, I didn't even know what that felt like. So I was probably like 5 reps short, you know? But despite it, I still made solid gains. So I didn't really give a fuck, right? Because in the beginning, noob gains are just so fucking awesome, right? Like you can do so much things wrong and still gain so much muscle just because of noob gains. And that's fucking sick. But the problem was because I didn't really learn how to train properly, once those noob gains faded away, I stopped improving and I basically just stalled at the same weight and the same physique for like a year straight because I was too lazy to actually start training properly and to actually take the gym seriously, right? Because I made some solid gains and I thought, oh, if I can do it like this, I gained like 10 kilograms, basically half-assing it, right? So I thought I could just gain another 10 kilograms half-assing it, but I was wrong. My noob gains were gone. So I couldn't half-ass it anymore. I actually had to train hard. I actually had to take it seriously. I actually had to look at my diet and see what I was doing wrong and actually start eating enough protein and start fueling my body properly, right? In the beginning, all of those things don't matter, especially if you're young and you've never done any weight training before, because it's so fucking easy. You just pick up a weight, you pick up a dumbbell, you curl it twice, and all of a sudden your biceps are growing. That's just not the case anymore after like 2 years of lifting, you know? And now that I've learned a lot more about, training, about nutrition, and all that stuff, I realized that I left so much gains on the table in those first few years, and even in those first like 6 months. Like that's the time period. If I just locked in those first 6 months and I actually took it seriously, not just half-assing 3 workouts a week, but actually like fucking trained hard, right? 4 days, 5 days, maybe even 6 days a week, or just 3 days and just trained properly, right? Focus on actually getting stronger on compound lifts, actually eating enough calories because I was really severely under eating at the time. My diet was all over the place. It was fucking shit. I didn't even think about protein once in like my first year. I think I drank my first protein shake after like a year and a half of lifting because I was like, yeah, I don't need it. You know, I was my ego was so high. I was like, fuck it. I don't need that shit. I can do that without it. If you just eat enough protein in your diet, you don't need protein shakes. And that's like, yeah, that's true. I still believe that's true. The problem was I wasn't eating enough in my diet. So I just wasn't getting any protein at all. Or like I was getting some protein, of course. But like, I ate some eggs for breakfast, that was good. But other than that, my diet was fucking shit. My protein intake was way too low. I wasn't training hard enough, I was half-assing it, honestly. But now that I think about it, like if I just locked in for 6 months and I just made sure that I was in a surplus and I was, eating enough protein, fueling my body with carbs, and I was training my ass off for 6 months straight. Man, you know, I could have gained like a solid half a kilo a week, something like that. And that's like a realistic goal to aim at, by the way. Like if you were a complete beginner, you could gain up to a half a kilogram a week of weight, which is like a 500 kilogram surplus, which isn't even that high of a surplus. And you can just gain half a kilogram a week. Half a kilogram a week. I don't know if you realize this, but over the time of 6 months, half a kilogram is, 26 weeks of half a kilogram is 13 kilograms. Just think about that for a second. Think about what 13 kilograms would do to you. How fucking life changing could that be for you? You know, I was 61 kilograms at the time when I started. I could have been 74 kilograms after 6 months of training. Instead, I was 67 kilograms after a year of training. And now I'm 77 kilograms after 3.5 years of training. 3.5 years of basically just fucking around, or actually 3 years of fucking around and half year of taking it actually seriously. Or maybe 2.5 years of fucking around and 1 year of taking it seriously, probably something more like that. But like that's fucking crazy. I gained 17 kilograms, which is crazy to me, right? Just thinking about how fucking skinny I was. And now I realize that that's not even that impressive. I could have been 90 kilograms or something if I actually did like a proper bulk and a cut and a bulk and a cut and a bulk and a cut. If I did a proper bulk and cutting cycle, or at least a nice proper bulk in the beginning, I could have gained so much fucking muscle, so much faster. I could have been so much bigger already, you know? And it just left me wondering, like, have I just wasted my time all this time? So my plan actually is to, prove my point and do a proper bulk this winter and actually see how far I can push it and actually finally do a proper bulk for the first time in my life after 4 years of lifting. I'm finally going to go on a proper bulk and we probably not aim for half a kilogram a week because I'm not a beginner anymore, but something like zero point 0.2, zero point 0.3 kilograms a week, which is still, you know, quite a lot. So that's what I'll be doing. But for you, if you're a beginner watching this, and I hope you're still listening because I know I'm rambling on a little bit, but if you're still listening, don't make the mistake that I have made. Please, please don't. Go on a fucking proper bulk. Don't try to main gain your way to your goal weight. It's gonna take way too fucking long. You know, there's no point. I'm not telling you to dirty bulk. Don't go on a dirty bulk, eating like 1,000, 2,000 calorie surplus, eating junk food all day. You're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna get fat. That's not the goal here. 0.5 kilograms a week is not like crazy, especially not for a beginner. It's not a dirty bulk, right? It's still a pretty lean bulk if you do it properly, especially if you eat like normal healthy foods, right? If you're not starting to eat junk food all of a sudden, then of course your body composition is going to be different. But if you just eat whole foods, like most of the weight you're going to gain is going to be muscle. You're not going to gain that much fat. So yeah, go on the bulk for the next 6 months. Just commit to that. I know it's almost summer, but like, that six pack that you have right now, it's just because you're skinny. Like you're gonna gain a little bit of fat. You might see your abs a little bit less, but if you're gonna train them, they're gonna grow anyway. So it might not even make a difference. But even if you see them a little bit less, it doesn't fucking matter. Like the ROI you're gonna get from gaining the muscle with a little bit of fat, it's gonna be way higher than not having the fat and seeing the abs or seeing, the skinny, lean physique that you have right now. Like, it doesn't matter if you're lean if you don't have any muscle, right? You're just skinny. So just build some muscle first, and then you maybe can worry about like getting leaner if you're really too fat. But you probably won't be. Your first bulk, you probably won't get fat from it because there's the the weight you're gonna gain is gonna be mostly muscle because you're a beginner. It's just so fucking easy. So yeah. I think I made my point clear here. If you're still listening, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully, this was somewhat clear, somewhat helpful. If there's anything else you want me to cover another video, just let me know in the comments. Because if you are watching this until the end, you were one of the real ones. I fucking appreciate you. Thank you so much. And lastly, I do have a plug. If you want my personal help doing this bulk for the next 6 months or however long you want to take it, I have a school community you can join where I will personally help you achieve whatever goal you have. So you get a free call with me when you join, a program and courses, everything you need basically. So click the link in the description, check it out. And if not, I'll see you hopefully in the next video. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye.